I'd like to show you how to make these hot chocolate desserts. We have a chocolate fondant with the white chocolate ganache inside using the W2 chocolate, and you can also use the fondant mix in the chocolate tarts, and I also have a souffle using the 811 chocolate. For the first step, we're going to whisk up our eggs and sugar to make them nice and light and fluffy. And then we're going to melt our chocolate, butter and orange zest together in the microwave. And then finally, I'm going to sieve in my flour. I'm going to let it set in the fridge for about 20 minutes before I fill it into a piping bag, and then I'm going to fill my rings. I've lined them with greaseproof paper, and I've also got a little square of paper on the bottom. It's going to make it easier for service later on. So when you use your piping bag, make sure you cut quite a bit off the top of the piping bag so that when you pipe in, you don't squeeze out all of the air bubbles. If you would like a different colour centre in your fondants, you can place in a ball of ganache. So here we have 20 grams of white ganache, and I'm going to pipe a third of mix into my ring and then place this on top. This fondant pudding mix is great. You can pipe it in the day before, leave it in the fridge and then take it out when you need for service. Alternatively, if you wanted to get them done ahead, you can make the mix and freeze them and then take them out of the freezer when you need them ready to use. If you wanted to make a white chocolate fondant, you could swap the chocolates round. Use a W2 chocolate instead of the 811 and also add in some flour. It's really nice if you serve this with something acidic, so I've got a mango, passion fruit and pineapple compote. And then of course the true sign of the fondant is whether it's nice and runny inside still. And so in there you see some of the white chocolate ganache as well, which will make it really lovely and tasty. I'm going to make a rich chocolate souffle. I've got some milk in the saucepan, I've got my butter and flour mixed together, my egg yolks and sugar, and then I've got my 811 chocolate and cocoa powder at the end. Once your base pastry cream is cooked, we need to cool it down, and to do this we'll place it into a bowl and then place a sheet of cling film straight on top to stop a skin from forming. And then if you want, you can portion this up and backpack it and save it for service. So you could have this already portioned up for 2 soufflés ready to go. To prepare your soufflé mould, you need some softened butter and some sugar. And what we want to do is get some nice straight brush marks up the side of the soufflé mould and then give it a lining of sugar. I've got my pastry cream in this bowl and I've got my egg whites that have been whisked up with my sugar and corn flour in this bowl. And I'm just going to take a third of the egg whites and fold it through the pastry cream quite roughly, and then I'm going to take the 2/3 of the egg whites and fold that through gently. Once you've got your mix into the bag, remember to cut further down so you've got a larger hole, so you're not knocking out the air when you pipe it into your ramekin. You can also add some raspberries into the bottom of the dish, which will add a nice bit of flavour. I'm now going to place these in the oven for 15 minutes. So once your soufflés come out of the oven, it's great to serve it to your customers with some fruit compote or some ice cream. So I hope you will have a go at these lovely hot chocolate desserts.